On the 520th day of the war in Ukraine, the fighting was concentrated in these areas. In Kupyansk and Liman fronts, official Ukrainian sources announced that despite the growing efforts of the Ukrainian forces to advance on this front, the Ukrainian forces continue to hold their ground. According to Serhiy Sherevati, only yesterday the Russian army hit the Ukrainian positions over 500 times with artillery fire and carried out 5 airstrikes. The Russian army tried at least 4 times to storm the Ukrainian positions, but all their attempts were stopped by the Ukrainian defenders. According to General Alexander Syrsky, the Ukrainian army did not lose any position in Kupyansk and Liman fronts. Apparently, during the last few days, the situation has stabilized in the Russian bridgehead southwest of Zvatove, where Ukrainian forces continue to resist near the villages of Nadia and Novoyehorivka. Some Ukrainian sources said that the Ukrainian army recaptured the heights south of Novoyehorivka, west of the Kovalivka-Karmazinivka line, as Russian troops were not able to solidify their control over this area. This is proven by this geolocated video published by Russian sources. As seen in the video, a BM-21 Grad rocket launcher of the Russian forces targets the forest areas southwest of Karmazinivka, which confirms the presence of Ukrainian troops in this area. In Zaporizhzhia front, today more sources confirmed what we reported yesterday about the advance of the Ukrainian forces east of Robotyne and especially northwest of Verbove, where Ukrainian forces reached the main line of the Russian defense. Today the fighting mostly stopped due to bad weather conditions, and both sides exchanged artillery fire. Some Russian sources warned that a large number of Ukrainian troops and armored vehicles are accumulating in the area south of Orikhiv, preparing for another major attack in the following days. New footage from the Ukrainian attack on the eastern trench line of Robotyne was published today. It seems that immediately after the Ukrainian armored units approached the area, the Russian forces struck with their entire arsenal. As you can see, artillery, anti-tanks as well as Lancet kamikaze drones were used to hit the advancing Ukrainians. From these images, it can be seen that the Ukrainian forces lost 7 armored vehicles during this assault, unlike the reports of 20 or even over 30 vehicles that were made by some Russian sources yesterday. Ukrainians continued to make progress in the western part of Zaporizhzhia front, where the Ukrainian forces managed to advance in a wide area between Kupyansk and Luhove. According to some Ukrainian sources, Ukrainian soldiers are now only 2 kilometers away from the Russian positions in Luhove. The Russian army is reinforcing the area, but as I have mentioned in previous videos, the Ukrainian army intends to expand the front line north of Zherebyanki in order to cut off the road to Luhove and then attempt to encircle Zherebyanki. In Bakhmut front, heavy clashes continue in the southern part of the front. Ukrainian forces made small advances northwest of Kurdyumivka and in the direction of Andriivka, where according to some geolocated videos, it seems that Chechen forces left their positions near the village after taking heavy losses. There is still no confirmation if the Ukrainian forces have managed to take this settlement under their control. In the direction of Klishchiivka, Russian forces supported by their air force launched a counterattack and managed to recapture some positions inside the village. This was also confirmed by the pro-Ukrainian source, Deep State. Friends, if you like my daily updates, I kindly ask you to hit the like and subscribe buttons, as this will greatly help the channel to reach a wider audience. That's all for today's update. Thank you to my Patreon supporters and have a great day.